You've said that Trump has a special connection with the people of
100%
Pennsylvania. Why?
on that. And it's like something very special exists there. And that doesn't mean that I admire it. It's just like it's real. And
I think sometimes people get it twisted a little bit. Donald Trump is the Republican candidate, and J.D. Vance is obviously, running with him. So I am going to always support that because that is the candidate. But understand that the right is enthusiastic about the direction that his policies will be going. They're excited about that. And they're not just basing all the excitement on just the candidate alone. Yeah, John Fetterman actually kind of worded this beautifully. You know that he's a hardcore Democrat person.
He also had a stroke or something.
Yeah.
But even now he sounds normal.
Yeah, now he's sounding normal. But you have a clip of him talking about the excitement on the right for Donald.
That the Democrats are trying not to actually pretend like isn't there. And it's like, but it is.
He worded it beautifully because I feel like, people stop acting like this is not happening. It's happening.
You've said that Trump has a special connection with the people of
100%.
Pennsylvania. Why? What is it that you see that he appeals to in your state?
there's a difference between not understanding, but also acknowledging that it exists. And anybody spends time driving around and you can see the intensity. It's astonishing. I was doing an event in Indiana County, very, very red. And there was a superstore of Trump stuff. And it was 100 feet long. And it was dozens of T-shirts and hats and bumper stickers and all kinds. I mean, it's like, where does this all come from? I mean, it was almost like Taylor Swift kind of swag. It's like of everything. It wasn't just a sign. It's the kinds of thing that has taken on its own life on that. And it's like something very special exists there. And that doesn't mean that I admire it. It's just like, it's real. And now you have Musk is now joining him. I mean, to a lot of people, I mean, that's like, hey, that's Tony Stark. And that's the world's richest guy. And he's obviously and undeniably, he's a brilliant guy. And he's saying, hey, that's my guy for president. That's going to really matter. I'll never forget. I live directly across the street from the steel mill. And we were doing an event there for Clinton. And I asked the union president, I'm like, hey, where we are on Trump? And he's like, yeah, probably half or 60%, two-thirds are voting for him. And I was like, oh, that sucks. And then immediately there was a guy getting off and he had a truck and he had truck nuts on it. Do you know what truck nuts are?
Do I look like I know what truck nuts are?
It's balls hung on the hitch of a truck. And he honked and he was like, go Trump, as he drove by. And it's like, hey, we're in trouble. And it's undeniable.
See? The excitement on the right is just undeniable.
Right. And it's just like, meanwhile, there are Democrats that are mad at Anderson Cooper because he pushed back on her at the town hall. And here you have Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, I'll put that clip up.
Yeah, Charlemagne the God pushing back and saying that they don't talk about Trump being racist enough or fascist enough, and that we're always talking about Kamala's race. No, you guys built her as a woman of color. Yeah. She got hired based on DEI, and now you're mad. Yeah. Because people want to now talk about it. And Candace Owens has damn near done a family tree of hers to prove that she's not black. Right. And you guys set this up to make yourself look like clowns.
Well, so what you're being faced with is that identity politics does not work. It will usually blow up in your face eventually. And what they're being faced with right now is that. They try to do this identity politics with this alleged black woman, right?
As we say, alleged. We say black woman loosely, and she clearly is not.
Right. And they thought that was going to work. It was going to be enough. It's really not.
It's not.
It's not. And so what John is talking about is the reality of what
their denial.
Yeah, the reality is that if you go out there, you see the excitement and for and the enthusiasm for Donald Trump's campaign. And the thing is, though, guys, like, because I think sometimes people get it twisted a little bit. Donald Trump is the Republican candidate, and JD Vance is obviously, running with him. So I am going to always support that because that is the candidate. But understand that the right is enthusiastic about the direction that his policies will be going. They're excited about that. And they're not just basing all the excitement on just the candidate alone. And I think that's what happens a lot of times, is that people think that it's just the excitement about the candidate. It's not necessarily about that. Although, we like Trump, we think he's funny and all that stuff, but it's not just that. It's that his policies and his love for the country, patriotism, he's very committed to making sure we stay within the Constitution. And so these are the things that people are actually excited about. Yes, we like that it's Trump as the candidate that's been chosen on our side, right? We chose him.
Right.
But it's more than just Trump. It's bigger than that. Our country is in a position right now where we are in a very concerning time. And this particular election needs to be taken seriously. Karen and I are going to vote in a couple of days, on Wednesday.
We're voting early. We're going to go and vote early.
So, we're going to vote on Wednesday. But it's a very important election, and it's only because we have a woman who is running that is dabbling with what feels like communism.
I mean,
they thought, and I don't like that.
Right. They thought that they were going to get a bunch of celebrities to just, put her right into the White House. And they're, he had Kid Rock, and he had the Hulk Hogan and things. I was like, right, let me make this clear. He does not need Kid Rock or Hulk Hogan.
He hasn't had it.
Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan are not going to be the reason why Donald Trump is going to be in office. But the fact that you thought that you were going to pull out all these celebrities, I mean, just think about that. I mean, she has all of Hollywood, all of the music industry, all of the media, because the media is mostly left wing, and she can't even get interviewed by people who are going to vote for her. And to Anderson's credit, when he was talking to Charlamagne the God, he basically stood up for herself.
But do you think that, you were raising this with Kamala Harris about her own authenticity, about her own willingness to just, say things that aren't crafted? Do you think she needs to do more of that? Trump's going to go. Trump's going to go. Apparently, Trump's going on is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. Like even me bringing it up now, you brought it back to Kamala and Joe Rogan. Anderson?
Yeah.
Who gives a damn?
Well, I think you give a damn who's elected president, and I'm asking
that president is a fascist. That's talking about putting people in camps. That's talking about, once again, terminating the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. That's talking about, jailing his political opponents. Yeah. Like, that rhetoric doesn't scare people.
Well, we talk about this every single. This is what
I don't think
I've been talking about this every night.
I don't think y'all have enough conversations about it. I feel like I heard more on this network about is Kamala Harris black than I do about, Donald Trump being a fascist.
Well,
am I wrong, Angela?
Honestly, that's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like that.
Go ahead, Anderson.
No, BS. I have already talked about him being fascist and stuff. It's not working, Charlamagne. You guys' denial is what's making him, it's not uniting him, because nobody believes that he's a fascist, really. Nobody does.
Compared to that, she's trying to push this whole Nazi thing, and it's laying flat even on that audience. And no one believes that, even people on the left. Because when you start saying that Trump is like Hitler, no one believes that.
No, he's not like Hitler.
And let me tell you why no one believes that. Because he was president for 4 years. He was already president in 2016.
And to call someone fascist when you were the one who mandated vaccines,
right?
When you were the one who let people run through our borders unvetted and have killed American citizens, when you were the one who started wars that were undeclared. We're supposed to declare war. Yeah. You're not supposed to just go to war.
Who's the fascist now?
Who's the fascist? This man didn't even get us in. He was like the only president. Barack Obama got us into 7 extra wars.
Right.
There were no wars. I think President Trump even said that. Someone said that there were no wars for 84 years. He's the only president in the last 84 years that didn't start any new wars.
Yeah.
You know, he's not the one that's telling people that they can't speak and lowering algorithms and silencing people. He's not the one doing that. They call you what they are.
Yeah.
And we've been saying that since we started this. They always call you what they are. They're the fascists.
There's a lot of reasons to vote for Donald Trump. We spent a great amount of time, promoting Trump and Vance now. Trump, Vance, because we believe in the American way. And we believe in, lower taxes. Even with the tax situation, like we're talking about that, like he's giving tax. I think she always says that he's giving tax out to all the billionaires. All his billionaire friends are getting the tax cuts and stuff like that. I think people forget about the part of taxes that no one ever talks about. Is that when tax cuts happen, they happen also for the small business owners. We have more small business owners in this world than we do have big corporations. Right. Okay, so small business owners, when they can get a tax break, you know what that does? I think someone in our audience actually wrote to us and said this same thing, is that because of Trump's tax cuts, he's a small business owner, he was able to give his employees an annual bonus. Tax cuts are not just about the rich people. Although they do find loopholes, there are some corrupt rich people, but we are not thinking about the millions of small business owners that need tax cuts as well.
And by the way, because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and the way that they dealt with COVID, we lost a lot of small businesses because of mandates.
A lot. They never opened again.
They never opened.
A lot of them never opened again.
Remember that when all kinds of businesses were shutting down because people couldn't leave their house?
Mom and pop shops.
Who's the fascist?
I mean, I'm just saying. Right.
It's hard for me to watch some of these MSNBC and I get triggered because they annoy me only because I know there are a lot of people watching that are going to soak that in and hear like Joy Reid, the racist Joy Reid sitting there, openly being racist, against white people on her show, and they allow her to do that. It's making black people or holding them back. Al Sharpton, Ben Crump, all of these people are holding black people back. And they make them get invested in skin color and not in what can really help them. And then when someone like Candace Owens or just anybody that's black that's a conservative tries to tell you we get called coons, not because we are coons, because we're really not, but we're called that because they have been so indoctrinated with skin color and that being the only thing that matters. And so, hopefully, I think he's going to get more of the black vote, and I hope that sort of breaks the spell. A little bit.
We'll see. But you guys. But Wednesday. I guess we're voting on Wednesday. I guess what it is. So, hope you guys are voting too, or have already voted, or make sure you get out there and do that.
Take people with you.
Yes, because
I wish I could take somebody. Everybody I know voted for Kamala Harris.
Literally,
that's the hell we live in.
In our world, we only exist amongst ourselves.
Yeah. I literally can't look at Instagram anymore. All of my friends they're in girl boss mode. Yeah. They just are. I can't take it. Right. It just makes me roll my eyes.
Yeah, it's too much.
It makes me want to just, lose my lunch, actually, over the propaganda that gets thrown around.
Right. All right, you guys, let us know what you think. Leave some comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
And go out and vote. Let's make 45 47.